Hello there, people of the world. My name is Liam, and today I would like to tell you about the Black Plague in Europe, using visuals from one of my favorite games of all time. To start off with, I would like to ask a question, and that is, what really caused the Black Death? A lot of people think it was caused by rats infected with a plague, and that's semi-true. But what really caused the plague were the fleas that were on the rats, which in medieval Europe, being the unsanitary, disease-ridden, and downright vile place that it was, people often had fleas and disease was rampant. It isn't known where the exact point of the plague's beginnings were, but we do know where the first outbreak began, in the city of Sicily, where it was spread by the East Asian armies of Khan Janabing, known as the Tatar, not Tartar. Don't make the same mistake I did, but yeah, from Sicily it spread to other cities fairly quickly, killing tens of millions of people. How, you might ask? Well, I don't have the time to explain it here, but I'll leave a video in the description. But I do have a graphic on the amount of people killed in each city, if you're interested. There was much speculation at the time about how the plague had started. Many people thought it was a punishment of God, like said in this article by this guy, in which he says, "We ask God's forgiveness for our souls. Bad inclination, the plague is surely part of his punishment." Many people also blamed it on the Jewish population at the time, as is said in this article by Jacob Konshofen, in which it says, "In the matter of this plague, the Jews throughout the world were reviled and accused of having caused it through the poison which they are said to have put in the water in the wells. And for this reason the Jews were burnt all the way from the Mediterranean into Germany. Nevertheless, they tortured a number of Jews in Bern and Zolfingen, who then admitted that they had put poison into many wells, and they also found the poison in the wells thereupon. They burnt the Jews in many towns, and wrote of this affair to Strasbourg, Freiburg, and Basel, in order that they should too burn their Jews. In Basel, the citizens marched to the city hall and compelled the council to take oath that they would burn the Jews and they would allow no Jew to enter the city for the next 200 years. Thereupon, the Jews were arrested in all these places. So finally, the bishop and the lords and the imperial cities agreed to do away. They were caught by the peasants and stabbed to death or drowned." So anti-Semitism is yet another issue that the plague caused. It also wiped out many notable figures, including Alfonso IX of Castile, Joanne of Burgundy, who was the Queen of France, Godfrey of Bouillon, he was the first Crusader king of Jerusalem, Duarte I of Portugal, and William of Ockham, who created Occam's razor. And before I go, a few interesting facts. Plague doctors filled their bird-like masks with flowers because they believed that disease was transferred by smell. And bodies were often piled up in the streets due to the death toll, but people didn't just sit on these piles and wait to die. They were specifically put there so that people could burn the bodies outside the settlement. Graveyards were used for a while, but the death toll was so high that the graveyards just became overcrowded after a while. And that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching.